My name is Sandra Arsenault. I am married to Paul Arsenault, and in 1985 we purchased the building. At that time it was called the Pioneer Square, but everybody in Ishpeming called it the Gossard building. I was here to help Paul when we did construction. I was always clean up. So I can't say as though I was in love with the building. And I can't remember exactly the year, it might have been 2014, that the Historical Society here of Ishpeming was looking for space. And the president at the time, her name was Sue Boback. And she came in and we were looking around, I was showing her space, and she started telling me things about this building that I didn't know. I mean, I knew it was a factory, because it seemed like every person ever walked into the building would say, oh, this is a Gossard, I remember Grandma here, or my mom worked here for many years, and I just kind of like, phew, you know, I really never gave it a second thought. But Sue, with her history, I started putting those pieces together like, yeah, this is something. Yes, this was a big part of Ishpeming. Sue asked if she could, you know, be taken to the floors in the freight elevators. Like, yeah, sure, you know. And as we were going up to one of the floors, she said, could you please stop the elevator? And she reached out and put her hand on the brick wall. And just by her doing that, I felt something. But she was telling me that it was like she could feel the history. She was feeling something, but that really had a big impact on me when she did that. And all of a sudden, these names became real to me. I didn't know them, of course, but they were people and I needed to know who they were, and so I started a tribute wall. The commons areas in our building tell the story. The Gossard factory made women's lingerie. This building here only made your brassieres and your girdles, and then you also had your combination, which was basically a one piece of your brassiere and your girdle. The miners were here. They had wives, they had daughters. The Gossard opened in 1920, and women were becoming more independent. The girls, you know, wanted their own money, and so that's why a lot of the girls right out of high school would come to work to have a job, have a career. And then, of course, you had World War II, you had Depression, and the women actually really were the only breadwinners at that time during the Depression, because the Gossard never shut down. And then, of course, you had your tragedies. And so there were many widows. And that's what supported these families. What I wanted to do in 2020 was to celebrate women. Mostly the women that worked here at the Gossard for the 56 years, to celebrate them.